on the streets, right, if somebody says, I want a Coke,
yeah,
they don't necessarily talk about Coca-Cola.
Oh, they don't want a Coca-Cola.
They might not.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Yes, and today we're doing a video which we got the inspiration from Life with the Glovers.
Life with the Glovers.
Yeah, they're based in California.
Yeah.
So,
So we thought we'd sort of
do ours, a little bit of
our version of it.
Our version of it, because we are lucky enough to have two different nations here. So ours is going to be called, what is it called? Like what we call stuff, right?
Yeah.
In Zimbabwe
and
in England. So yeah, we've got 16 questions.
Yeah.
And we're going to get started because we don't want to make this too long.
Here we go.
Number one is, what do you call cooking food on the outside grill?
Outside grill barbecue.
Yes, and we call it braai in Zimbabwe.
Why do you call it braai?
Because you braai meat. What do you call barbecue? It's just the same thing, isn't it?
Barbecue. Australians invented it, didn't they?
Did they? I don't know. I think it comes from South Africa as well, something like that. It comes from South Africa somewhere. Yeah, because South Africa they call it braai as well.
They call it a barbie.
Where?
Australia.
Oh right, oh yeah, they call it barbie here, babe. I've heard you call barbie here as well. But yeah, in Zimbabwe we call it a braai.
Okay.
What do you call a carbonated beverage? That's number two.
Carbonated beverage. We call it pop or fizzy pop.
And in Zimbabwe we call it Coke.
Coke. What? All fizzy pop?
Yes.
Call it Coke.
So yeah, so instead of saying you want a drink, I'm talking colloquial here, yeah.
What about tango?
Obviously, it's what I'm talking colloquial, right?
Yeah.
It's everywhere else you might find that somebody say it properly, but on the streets, right? If somebody says I want a Coke,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily talk about Coca-Cola.
Oh, they don't want a Coca-Cola.
They might not be. They might want a Coca-Cola, but they might not be necessarily referring.
So if that's for a Coke, they say what kind? Do you say I'll have a
Or
Fanta?
somebody can say I fancy a Coke.
Yeah. Yeah, but they say, do you want a Coke? You say yes, please. I'll have a Fanta.
Something like that. that can be a possible scenario.
Yeah.
So when you go to Zimbabwe, babe,
Yeah.
somebody can say, "Oh, I fancy a Coke."
I'll say let me
Let's go and get some Coke. Yeah, and then
Okay.
don't just say okay. Then you go and buy a Coke for everybody. They might not want Coke. They might want Fanta.
Okay.
So you have to ask them again what type of
Coke they want.
and then they'll say they want Fanta.
Okay.
Right. Number three is, what do you call the light that regulates traffic?
A traffic light.
Yes, and we call it robot in Zimbabwe.
A robot.
Robot.
A robot.
Yes. So actually, true story, right? When I first came to England, and I think I don't know, somebody was asking me for directions.
Okay.
So yeah, then you pass through that robot. And everybody came like, what is he all about? But the robot to me was the traffic light.
What robot?
You pass through that robot.
Okay.
And number four, what do you call the machine that you get money from?
Cash machine.
Yeah. In Zimbabwe we call it the ATM.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's similar to the California way.
They were called ATMs in this country when they first came out, but then
people just call it cash point. Or what's called?
Or a cash point or a hole in the wall.
Yeah. But it's mainly cash point, isn't it? When cash point gets money, something like that. Right. And number five is, what's the third or last meal of the day?
Dinner.
In Zimbabwe, it will most likely be called supper.
Supper is
They can call it. If somebody's saying they're going for a meal, like a dinner, they'll say dinner. But then if somebody's saying like the last meal of the day, I don't know, maybe because it's eaten late at night.
Well, yeah, when you eat late at night, we call it supper.
Yeah, but in England, the supper is like quite light, isn't it? It's like a little sandwich or something very light, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe a toast or something like that, or biscuits.
Yeah, cheese on toast.
Yeah, but for us, we eat later at night, and that's the meal, probably the meal of the day as well. Actually, like the proper like salsa and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, in England, sometimes they call the evening meal tea.
Tea.
Yeah, it's tea time.
Yeah. I remember actually my first experience. I looked like, what do you mean? What am I having for tea? What do I have in my tea? And number 6 was, what's a person, usually male, who helps out with the garden?
That's the gardener.
Yeah, we call it the garden boy.
What, garden boy?
Garden boy.
What, even if he's an old man?
Yeah, it's a garden boy.
So if it's 62,
Yeah.
and what if it's a girl?
But the girls don't usually help out with the garden. The girls are normally maids.
Oh, okay.
But they don't call them garden boy, isn't like they're calling them. But it's a name, it's like the profession gardener, isn't it? You don't call the gardener hi gardener, do you? You don't say hi gardener, innit?
No,
but you call him a gardener. He's a gardener's coming round, innit?
No, I'd ask him his name and couldn't call him his name.
Yes, I know that, but
So,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we don't call them like, oh, hi garden boy. No, we don't do that.
Oh.
But it's like garden boy. No, we don't do that. We were like, but like what you're saying, there's a gardener coming by, passing by, whatever. We say, oh, the garden boy was here.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, the gardener came, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Right, and number 7 is, what do you call bread rolls?
Bread rolls. It all depends where you live in England, but in Nottingham we call them cobs.
Yeah. And then in New York, they call it something different, don't they?
Up north they call them sandwich. I think in London they call them bread rolls.
In Zimbabwe, I don't know if honestly I was trying to think, but I don't remember any. I think they were just called, I don't know, buns or something. But the thing is, what's popular in Zimbabwe is the sweet buns. So the bread rolls, they look like bread rolls, but they are very sweet.
Okay.
So you don't really make a sandwich with them. You don't put anything in the middle, you just eat it like that. So maybe you might, put maybe chocolate spread on it.
It's like a cake.
It's like a cake, but it's like, it looks like bread rolls, but it's just sweet. And you put
and I think up north as well they call them baps.
Oh, babs, yeah.
Call it a bap.
It's not even in London they call it babs. I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless maybe I got it from Sheffield. But in London I think they call it babs.
Maybe.
I don't know it's London. I've lived in too many places. That's the problem. I don't know where I pick up all these names. Yeah. But it's either in London or Sheffield where they call it babs. Right. Number 8 is the thing you push your groceries in.
A trolley.
Yeah, we'll call it trolley as well. Number 9 is the last piece of bread in a loaf.
The crust.
It's the crust as well, but we call it on the colloquial side. We call it the bread, the bun bread.
The bun bread.
The bum, yeah. You know your bum.
As in your
backside.
backside.
Your bottom, yeah. Your bottom, your backside.
So it's
the bread.
The bottom of the
bread.
bread.
Bum, yeah. If you say bottom, it sounds a little bit better than the bottom. Like, I don't know, upside down or whatever. So, but like, it's the bottom bread, the bum bread, the backside bread.
The backside bread.
Yeah, which we used to fight for with my siblings when we were growing up.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, we love that one. But somehow
because
it
was hard and crusty.
Because somehow the bread, the bun bread in English is nice. You can't even don't really enjoy it, do you? You can't even. No, you can't. Even, but the bun bread in Zimbabwe, honestly, the best bit on the bread.
Oh.
Yeah, it's strange. It's very, very strange. Yeah, and number 10 is what do you call athletic footwear?
Oh, that's trainers. We call them trainers.
Yeah, we call them sneakers.
Americans call them sneakers, don't they?
Yes, I think it's mainly because, like, in Zimbabwe, we've got a mix of accents. In Zimbabwe, we've got the American accent. What actually I don't know because I'm speaking in I don't even know because we at school we learned the British English, right?
British, yeah.
And then on TV we learned American English.
Oh yeah,
because it's mainly American programs, yeah. So our words are really like it's really mixed.
So you mixed up.
What we call things, we be mixed up. Yeah, what do we call other things here? We don't call it. You know what I mean?
So you call them sneakers then as well. Then?
Sneakers. Number 11 is liquid that makes your car go.
Petrol.
Yeah, same.
Or diesel.
Yeah, same here.
Americans call it gas, don't they?
They call it gas, yeah. Isn't gasoline?
As in gasoline, yeah.
Yeah. And then 12 is the space at the back of your car.
The boot.
That's the boot here. Americans call it trunk.
They do call it a trunk.
So actually, I meant to ask, because we do car boot. What do they call it in America?
A car trunk.
They don't. Like a car boot sale.
They call it a.
I know they do garage sales.
No, they call it a. Oh, what do they call it?
They don't have a car boot sale, do they?
They call it a garage.
No, but it's a garage sale. It's not. It's in the garage. It's not in your boot. So what do they call car boot sales? Do they have car boot sales? They must do.
They do, yeah.
But to my American friends, please help us out on this one because honestly, I'm just really thinking because we do. You know when you go somewhere like there's a lot of cars around, and then you've got all the stuff that you don't need in your house and you want to sell it.
Yeah.
We call it a car boot sale.
Car boot
on
sale.
Sundays. Yeah. What do you call it if you call back of the car a trunk.
Yeah.
So comment in the.
Is it a car trunk sale?
Maybe.
Or
But I've never heard of that word. I don't think it's a word. I don't think it's a thing. No.
Or is it a swap meet? It's something like that. They call it a swap meet.
I have no idea, but it'd be nice to know anyway. Please let us know what you call it.
Let us know what you call it.
Or wherever you are anyway. It'd be nice actually for you guys to do this kind of video. Let us know if you're going to do it in the comment section so we can come and watch it and see what you call it wherever you are. Right, number 13. The place where you buy alcohol from.
The off license.
Yeah, that's what we call it in England, yes.
Or the pub. Or a pub.
Yeah, a pub, yeah.
It all depends where you're going. If I drink at home, you go down to the off license.
Yeah, in Zimbabwe, where you buy alcohol from is called a bottle store.
Oh.
Bottle store. Or like a pub is called a tavern in Zimbabwe.
A tavern, yeah.
Tavern, yeah.
Well, they're called taverns. Well, they were called taverns in England and Britain.
Oh, were they?
They were back in the old days.
Yeah, or they call it a beer hall.
But they're called pubs now.
Yeah.
And it's called public house.
Yeah.
Pubs for short.
Yeah. Yeah, we also call it beer hall as well in Zimbabwe.
A beer
hall.
Oh.
And the beer hall or a tavern, but mainly a tavern. Number 14 is the place where you get medicine from.
Chemist.
We call it the pharmacy. Then I'm going to get some medicine from the pharmacy.
Pharmacy. Well, yeah, it can be. But
I think the same thing in America. Maybe you got that from America then.
Chemist.
No, they call it pharmacy as well.
Yeah.
I think they call it pharmacy. I think that's what I heard from the video. If I'm saying it wrong, guys, my apologies. But I think it was pharmacy. Number 15 is the thing that gives you directions about roads, about where you're going.
A map.
Yeah, or what else?
Sat nav.
Sat nav, yeah. I think this is gonna be a bit of a cheat because I'm not quite sure. Because when I left Zimbabwe, there was no the sat navs were not obviously not a thing. But I think when I went back, I think they were calling it a GPS.
Oh yeah, GPS.
I think they were calling it GPS, but I might be wrong. Correct me, guys. For example, my friends who are still in Zimbabwe or who've been to Zimbabwe recently, I think it's GPS.
We used to use a map and they called it an A to Z.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember those. Oh gosh, they were so confusing, man. And the poor guys at the fuel station. 16, the last one, is a major road, especially connecting major towns or cities.
Motorway.
Yeah, we call it motorway in England, and we call it the highway in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, they call it the highway in America as well.
Yeah, you see, I told you, babe. It doesn't matter what day of the what's the names for.
They call it the highway or a freeway.
Oh, freeway, yeah. They call it the freeway in America.
Well, which is it? Is it a highway or freeway?
I think they call it freeway. I don't know where they get freeway from. I think it's freeway in America, babe.
Is it?
Yeah, this one wasn't on there on the Glovers. So the Glovers, if you're watching, let us know what you call it in America.
What do you call a motorway in California?
Well, the problem motorway is what about a highway?
Is it a highway or freeway?
I think I don't know why I'm getting freeway from. I think they call it freeway, and then the highway. But yeah, we call it the highway in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know which country or we stole that from, but we call it.
Let us know.
Let us know. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like it, and if you're gonna do it on your channels, let us know in the comment section so we can come and watch it as well and support you. And until next time, guys, don't forget
to like, subscribe, and comment below.
Yeah.
And let us know if it's freeway or highway.
or car trunk sale.
Or car trunk sale, yeah.
Anyway, bye, guys.